Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is 12th Harbinger and in this video I am going to give you all 3 shield bot, burst DPS and main DPS build of Zhongli. Out of the 3 builds, shield bot build is what I recommend for most of the players as it is very low investment. However, if you decide to invest heavily on Zhongli, you can go with the burst DPS build. You can build him as a main DPS if you are lacking a DPS and have a highly refined crescent pipe, or if you like his attack animation, as Zhongli has one of the best normal attack animation in this game. Let's jump right into it. Starting with his talents, the best skill of Zhongli is his elemental skill, and the reason why he is so broken. When you just tap it, he will summon a pillar, and when you hold it, he will give you a shield and also summon a pillar. However, if you already have a pillar on the field, the whole skill won't summon another pillar until the previous one breaks. This shield is pretty much unbreakable with 100% uptime because of its long duration and low cooldown. It will also decrease the resistance of nearby opponents by 20%. The shield scales of your HP, so if you have more HP on your Zhongli, you will have stronger shield. His burst drops a meteor on the opponents and petrifies them, and also has a very high scaling, but it has a pretty long animation. So if you use him in low investment, it can lower your DPS. His normal attacks does 6 hits, and as I mentioned earlier, it has one of the best animations in the game, especially the spear kick and charge attack animation. Starting with his shield bot build. For talent priority, you just need to level his elemental skill. For his artifact set, Tenacity of Millelith is the best set for this build. You can also use 4-piece Petra if you are using him with an elemental DPS. For artifact stats, go with full HP build, HP percent on Sands, Goblet and Circlet. And for sub stats, try to get HP percent and HP to maximize his shield. For his weapons, the best weapon is a 3-star Black Tassel because it is the only weapon with HP percent stat. You can also use Favonius Lance if you need more energy for your DPS. Moving on to team comps, Zhongli is a very flexible unit and can fit into any team. There are very few teams that don't want Zhongli like the Morgana comp. He is the best support for Geo characters as he will unlock the Geo resonance and also reduce the enemy's resistance, which you can't do with very different set. The same goes for Anemo DPS like Xiao. Moving on to his burst DPS build. For talent priority, level up both his burst and elemental skill. If you are confused which one to crown his burst first. For artifact set, you can also use the Tenacity of Millelith set here. It will lower your damage but increase your overall team damage. You can use 2-piece Petra with 2-piece Noblesse Oblige to maximize his burst damage. 4-piece Noblesse is also viable as it will buff your whole party. You can also use 4-piece Petra if you are using him with elemental DPS. For artifact stats, Geo damage on Goblet, crit rate or damage on Circlet, and for his sands, you can use HP percent for strong shield and decent damage, or attack percent for weak shield and higher damage. I personally recommend HP percent sands. For sub stats, you need crit stats and HP percent, attack percent, and energy recharge can be nice too. For weapons, Staff of Homa is his best in slot option. R5 catch is also great as it gives energy recharge, burst damage bonus, and also crit rate. All other 5-star options are better than the remaining 4 stars. For 4 stars, aside from catch, you can also opt for Deathmatch or Black Cliff. The next best option would be the Lithic Sphere. Favonius is also viable as it gives extra particles. For craftable options, you can use Prototype Star Glitter. For his team comps, it is the same as the shield bot build. You can fit him in any comp. However, if you use him with other Geo characters like Itto, Ningguang, Geo MC, Albedo, it will solve his energy issue and you can spam your burst more often. Moving on to his main DPS build. For talent priority, normal attacks, then skill, and lastly his burst. For artifact sets, I recommend 4-piece Pale Flame. Alternatively, combination of Bloodstained, Pale Flame, and Gladiator, 4-piece Gladiator or 4-piece Retracing Bolide are also good. For artifact stats, attack percent sands, physical damage Goblet, and crit rate or damage Circlet. For substats, crit stats, attack percent and HP percent can be nice too. For weapons, Crescent Pike with high refinements is his best option. For 5-star, you have Staff of Homa, followed by Primordial Jade, followed by Vertex Vanquisher. For his team comps, you can use an Electro unit like Fischl and Cryo unit like Kaya or Rosaria for Superconduct. And for the last slot, you can use Bennett or other Geo for Geo Resonance. As Zhongli shield also provides resistance rate, you can use 2 Geo and 2 Pyro in your party. Zhongli is already broken at C0, so you won't need any constellations. With his first constellation, you can summon 2 pillars, and second constellation will give you a shield after you use his burst. C4 and C5 are talent levels. C4 increases his burst AoE and petrifies enemies for additional 2 seconds, and C6 will give you healing as his shield takes damage. His constellations are great and comfy to have, but it's not needed. Zhongli is a broken unit and I recommend most of the players to pull for him on his upcoming rerun if you don't have it. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.